1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, yummy.
Are you ready?
Mackerel sandwich. Today we're going to start preparing part 1 of our mackerel sandwich, where we're going to debone mackerel and prepare our shredded carrots or julienne carrots. So the first part we're going to do is just our carrot. We're going to go ahead, we're going to peel it. After we peel it, you guys know how to julienne, so I'm just going to julienne this entire carrot, and then I'll move on to the fish and learning how to debone. And there we have our julienne carrots. We're just going to package them up in a bowl or a container and place them in the fridge. And now I'm going to prepare my fish. So I'm going to need to change my chopping board from my green one to a blue one for seafood. So what you want to go to the grocery store is you want to go and you want to find a mackerel fillet. Just pick this up in your local grocery store. And then what you're going to do is you're going to slice open the top. So, and then you can just pull the fish out of the bag. Put the bag directly in the garbage. Don't let the juices go all over the place. So make sure it's thawed out. I bought mine, it was frozen, and there's still all the bones inside of here, so I'm going to show you how you're going to debone it. So the first thing we're going to do is on the other side you will have the fin, which is near the front. You're just going to take your knife and I want you to cut on a 45-degree angle just underneath of the fin to make sure that you remove all the bones that are associated with it. Sometimes you'll find also that there's a fin down here at the bottom, in which case you need to remove that one as well. The mackerel can be told by its signature pattern on its fish, and you can tell where the top of it and the bottom of it is, the belly, based on the coloring. So the belly will always be white. So you can turn that around. Along the belly, there should be long bones that run downward like this, okay? What you're gonna do is you're just gonna take that and you're gonna pull the bone. You're gonna feel it with your finger. Just by tilting the fish slightly, you'll feel the edges of the bone, and then you're just gonna grab them with your finger and you're gonna pull them back and down away from yourself, okay? Just like so. So I usually start with removing all the bones from the belly first. And the bones in the belly, they don't run the whole length of the fish, they only run about halfway. Once you're sure that you got all the bones out of there, what we're going to do is we're going to move to the center part of the fish. Keep all your bones in one spot so it's easy to clean up. And then you can see here where the vertebrae would run through the center of the spine of the fish. So I'm just slightly pulling this back. And what you're going to do is you're going to feel, you can start at the top or the bottom, I don't mind. And you're going to feel for the little bones that stick out, and you're going to pull them back towards the tail. And you're going to get these bones that were attached to the spine. Try to be careful when you're removing them that you don't really massacre the fish. I know it's dead already, but you want to try and keep the shape and everything as nice as possible. So you're just removing these tiny little bones that run through the center of the fish. You'll naturally start to see that it will pull away once you start removing the little bones. You can also set a paper towel out for you to put the bones on, which might be easier for you to wipe off onto. When you think you're finished, what you're gonna do is you're gonna run your fingers just along the seam, the center part of the fish, where that spine was, where the bones were running, on the tops, on the sides, just to make sure that you have removed all of the bones. Sometimes you'll find one that you need to remove. You may have got them all out already. It's good to have a second person check as well, just because we're going to be putting in a sandwich. We don't want to bite into a bone and choke on anything later on. Now on the belly side, what I'll usually do is I'll just take the very edge here, very small amount, and I'll cut off. This is the belly fat. I'm just going to remove that section, and sometimes there's that bottom fin in there as well that you can help to make sure that you've removed. Also, a lot of people, if you didn't cut off the fin here very well, you might feel some bones down in this part. Make sure that you've pulled and removed anything that still might be down in there in terms of a bone that was attaching it. And there we go. We have our fillet done. So what I'm going to ask you to do next is you're going to get a paper towel and you're going to wrap it in a paper towel. What this is going to do is going to just take all the moisture out so that it doesn't want to fall apart very easily when you go to cook it the next day. We're going to set that in the fridge and then come back to it tomorrow, and that's it for today. After you've wrapped your fish, make sure that you put it into a sealed container and place it in your fridge. Remember, your fridge should be set around 4 degrees Celsius, and anything with raw meat should be set in the bottom of your refrigerator so it doesn't leak down on anything else in your fridge.